Everyone thinks they're the main character, not in a motivational way, not in a believe-in-yourself way, but in an exhausting, entitled way. The kind where the world is their stage, and everyone else is just background, noise, NPCs, extras, objects, that exist only to react to them. And if you're quiet, observant, or just minding your own business, congratulations, you've been automatically assigned the role of NPC. Main character people move through life, assuming their thoughts are the most important, their feelings are the most urgent, and their presence alone deserves attention. They talk over others, interrupt conversations, and expect reactions on demand. If you don't respond the way they want, laugh, agree, praise, react, they act confused or offended. Like a game glitch just happened. Because NPCs aren't supposed to have boundaries. NPCs aren't supposed to ignore them. NPCs aren't supposed to say no. NPCs definitely aren't supposed to exist independently. So when you sit quietly, focus on your own thing, or refuse to play along, they don't see it as neutrality. They see it as rebellion. How dare the background character not revolve around the main plot? This is why people get annoyed at you for doing nothing. You didn't insult them. You didn't start drama. You didn't even talk. But your silence breaks their illusion. It reminds them that the world doesn't actually pause when they enter a room. And that realization makes insecure people uncomfortable. Main character syndrome also explains why some people feel entitled to your time, your energy, your reactions. They'll joke at your expense and expect laughter. They'll comment on your interests and expect you to defend yourself. They'll poke and poke just to see if you respond because NPCs are supposed to be interactive. And when you don't react, they escalate. Louder jokes, sharper comments, more attention-seeking behavior. Not because you did something wrong, but because they need proof they matter. What's funny is that the people who treat others like NPCs are often the most fragile. Their confidence depends on being noticed, being admired, being responded to. That's why ignoring them feels like an attack. It removes the mirror they use to see themselves. Meanwhile, the so-called NPCs, they're usually the most self-aware people in the room. They observe, they think, they don't need constant validation to exist. They don't need to turn every moment into a performance. Being treated like an NPC doesn't mean you're unimportant. It usually means you don't beg for attention. And that scares people who live off it. Not everyone is meant to be loud. Not everyone needs to dominate space to be real. And the truth is, life isn't a single-player game. There is no main character, just people. Some desperate to be seen, others strong enough to stand quietly without applause. And maybe that's why NPCs get underestimated, because they don't need to pretend they're the center of the universe to know they exist.